What you're looking at is one of India's most stunning and, honestly, visually baffling architectural wonders. It's a place that just seems to defy logic, right? An inverted pyramid that plunges deep into the earth with this mesmerizing, almost impossible precision. This is the story of Chand Baori. So it's tucked away in the small village of Abhaneri in Rajasthan, and the first time you see it, it's just this dizzying maze of staircases. Seriously, it's kind of hard to process what you're even looking at. It looks like a perfect geometric illusion carved right into the earth. And that right there is exactly what makes it so fascinating. To really get our heads around this thing, let's just start with a simple question. What if, instead of building a pyramid up, reaching for the sky, you built it down, digging it deep into the ground? Well, that's the wild idea we're going to explore today. So let's start by trying to unravel this visual riddle, this incredible structure that's best described as an upside-down pyramid. Okay, so what is it exactly? I mean, it's got the grandeur of a palace, maybe the feel of a temple, but its true purpose is way more practical. This is a stepwell, or a baori, and it was designed so that people could walk all the way down to get water, no matter how much the water level changed with the seasons. And we're not talking about just any stepwell. Chand Baori is one of the absolute deepest and largest in all of India. It plunges about 30 meters, that's 100 feet, straight down into the earth. It's a total giant of its kind. An incredible structure like this just begs the question, why? Why go to all this trouble? And the answer is actually pretty simple. It's all about solving for one of life's most essential resources, water. See, to get the why, you first have to get the where. Chand Baori is in Rajasthan, one of India's most arid, driest regions. In a land where water is everything, this wasn't just a well. It was a lifeline, a monumental piece of engineering designed to capture and protect every single drop of rain. And that shape, the deep, narrow design, that was totally on purpose. It minimizes the surface area that's exposed to that scorching sun, which drastically reduces evaporation. The whole point was to make sure that not a single drop of precious water was wasted. But here's where the brilliance of the design gets even cooler. This wasn't just a utility, It wasn't just for storing water. It was the very heart of the community, a social hub built around the town's most precious resource. Just picture it as this bustling public square. It was a vital rest stop for travelers and pilgrims. During the peak of summer, when the heat was just unbearable, it was the place to be, to gather and socialize. It was even used for religious ceremonies, connecting the sacred to the essential. And maybe its most ingenious secret? It actually created its own microclimate. By design, the air way down at the bottom of the well could be up to 6 degrees Celsius cooler than at the scorching surface. This was literally ancient air conditioning, giving everyone a welcome break from the heat. So we've got the what and the why, but it's the how they actually built this thing that is truly jaw-dropping. The sheer scale and precision of Chand Baori is just an incredible feat of ancient engineering. Okay, let's try to wrap our heads around the scale here. First, just imagine 3,500 perfectly carved narrow steps. And they're all arranged in this perfect, dizzying geometric pattern across 13 distinct stories, all descending a staggering 100 feet into the solid earth. Can you even begin to fathom the amount of rock and soil that had to be dug out by hand to create this? It's just mind-boggling. The design itself is a really cool study in contrasts. 3 sides are covered in those iconic, perfectly symmetrical steps that we see. But the 4th side, it completely breaks the pattern. It's got these elegant, pillared corridors, a royal pavilion, and even shrines to Hindu deities. So what you get is this beautiful duality. On one hand, you have the hypnotic, almost fractal-like pattern of the steps, which is all about mathematical precision, and on the other, you have these elegant corridors that speak to art and royalty. It's this perfect blend of pure function and really sophisticated artistry. A structure that's been standing for over 1,000 years. Well, it's got some stories to tell. So let's trace its long and layered history. Its story kicks off way back in the 8th century with its founder, Raja Chanda. But it wasn't just built and then frozen in time. Over the centuries, it actually evolved. It survived damage and was later enhanced by Mughal rulers who added those upper arcades.
What we see today is really a living document of 1,200 years of Indian history, and thankfully, it's now protected as a national treasure.
And now for a fun twist that you probably didn't see coming. This ancient well has a surprising second life in modern pop culture. I'm talking everything from the biggest blockbusters in Hollywood to the vibrant world of Bollywood. Yeah, its look is just irresistible to filmmakers. It's been featured in movies like The Fall and Bollywood hits like Bol Bulaya, and maybe most famously, it was the direct inspiration for The Pit, that inescapable prison in Christopher Nolan's The Dark Knight Rises. And it's so easy to see why filmmakers are drawn to it, right? The mesmerizing geometry, the sheer scale, that dramatic play of light and shadow, it's a place that feels both completely real and totally otherworldly at the same time. It has captivated people for centuries, and its power is as strong as ever. When it comes right down to it, Chand Baori is so much more than a beautiful relic. It's an elegant, ancient solution to the timeless problem of survival. It's proof of incredible ingenuity, and it leaves us with a really important question. How many more brilliant solutions like this are buried in our past, just waiting to be rediscovered?